I had some of the charter established to set up the Noise Club in the first place, and some conversations that you guys had with, some locals in there, some university students around that time that kind of helped get the charter set up, that established the group. And then since that time, I have gone through, got some copy of the minutes and the city ordinances and so forth that happened in '74. That was one of the years that Jim suggested about this much from the city council. And in there is a note in about October that says that a Norris community representative has requested a chance to be on the agenda for soon. Now, I looked through the minutes, not very carefully, but a quick scan towards the end, till the end of the year, and I didn't see that you were on that agenda yet. But you said one of the chief things that you guys were trying to do is get on that agenda.
Yes, we were. But you mean for the running for commissioner? Is that the one?
That may be. This is
agenda at the courthouse.
At the courthouse, at city council.
Oh, yes, we were wanting to get on that agenda because I was supposed to speak on. Let's see, was the streets in the community? There was something that came up in the community there that I would want to address the council on, and it's quite a few things that I have had to address the city council on. But one of the main things there, I think. I'm trying to record the time that you were speaking of, that I was trying to get on the city council to speak with them. But that was not too many years ago when we had the when Bill Shipp was there. Is that?
I'm looking at the '70s, but any in the
'70s.
But more recent eras I'd be happy to talk about too.
Okay. Well, Shipp, when he were the city manager there, well, that's when it really become difficult for us to get on to speak with the commissioners, and we could only speak during the 15 minutes that the public could speak, because he made it difficult for us to get on the city to speak with the commissioners to get on the agenda. And that's what I was speaking with. I wanted to get on the agenda where I could speak to them, where it would do some good, because I could get on the agenda and speak and just briefly bring up what we were talking about, but they wouldn't have to act on it unless we were on the agenda. And that's what I was explaining to them during the 15 minutes time that we had there, and told them that I wanted on the agenda where I'd have amperage time to express what our needs and what we were wanting to talk with the councilmen about. One of the main things was in the area of jobs. We have people in the community that had kids to go to college and get their educations. Some had a degree and others did not, but their hiring practices were kind of difficult. If they would approach them with one thing, well, then it would be something else that they would need that they didn't have. I don't know whether they would look at the application and find that out, or just how they'd go about it. But anyway, they wouldn't get hired.
Okay. When was this?
Well, now this was during Shipp's administration, Bill Shipp, during the time that he was here.
That was kind of recently, or that was
kind of recently.
Oh,
back.
It was even recently.
Yes, that was back.
So there was something on the application was revealing their race, or
no, not actually race, but something that they needed to briefing on, or needed to study about, that it would be an excuse of some sort, yes.
Okay, okay. So maybe it was their address that was giving away the, or they just weren't getting a chance.
They just weren't getting a chance. And that's why I wanted to speak with the commissioners about it, to see what was it that we actually needed, and to come out with it or give us a pamphlet on it or something that we could have a study to whether our people would be able to see it in order to apply for a job without all of the unquoted things, the reason or the doubts that they would have and would not hire. I didn't know what cause. I wanted them to express themselves as to what was wrong. I mean, what's wrong with them, with the person that we send there? They're educated, and the job is open, and so, well, actually, what I was hitting at was is it the color line, or just what's the problem? You know,
These are jobs for the city? That they
jobs for the city. Basically, mainly the police department is what I was asking for about. Because back, when we, I'll say back in '75 or '76, well, we got one of the first guys hired of color hired to the sheriff's department over in Greenville, but we had votes in Commerce, and we had an organization, a chartered organization, and people would come to us if they were running for an office or something. And when they would come to us, well, I'll have first knowledge of it, and so at the time that I knew that they were going to come, well, then we would get together and have a meeting as to some of the needs that we wanted to, that I needed to address when they came there. And so I did. I asked, I says, now, you're running for sheriff. I said, we have votes. I said, I know you need some of our votes in order to make it in. But I said, I want to ask you something for our people. And that is, I don't recall seeing any people of color in the sheriff's department. I said, but I would like to know, if you're elected, would you have any problem with hiring people of color?
Just put it straight out there, yeah.
And so, yes, I put it straight on the plate to him. And he says, no, I would have no, because I was wanting an answer from him in the front of all those people that were there, to where people would remember. And so he said he wouldn't have no problem with it. So I talked with the people in the community and asked them to advise our people to vote for him, because we need to, kind of come up in the world, get off the bottom. I said, we need to get some good jobs, some good paying jobs, and prestigious job with prestige, And so they did, and we voted, and he became a sheriff over there. Well, it was about 2 or 3 months went on, and Larry Mathis, he was a student from out here. Well, he asked me in a meeting, Reed said, how did the